For years, Miriam carried her pain in silence. At first it was small, an ache in her joints, the nagging bloat after meals, and fatigue that clung to her like a shadow. Doctors prescribed pills, specialists ran tests, yet her health seemed trapped in a vicious cycle. She confided in me one afternoon, her voice weary. "I've tried everything. Maybe this is just how my life will be." But I knew better. As a lifelong gardener and believer in the healing power of plants, I could see what she could not. That the cure she sought wasn't hidden in a pharmacy, but right beneath her feet. This is the story of how Miriam's suffering turned into healing, and why the shock came not from medicine, but from her very own garden. The invisible enemy. What was making her sick? Miriam's struggle was frustratingly common. Years of fatigue, stomach distress, and joint pain were labeled chronic inflammation by doctors, but the pills only masked symptoms. The deeper truth? Her diet was silently fueling the fire. Her kitchen was stocked with refined sugar, processed oils, and factory-packaged foods. The food she ate every day lacked the nutrients her body needed to heal. And outside, her once lively backyard garden had become a patch of weeds. She was surrounded by potential healing, but blind to it. The shocking intervention. One day, instead of suggesting another doctor's visit, I led her outside. I said, "Miriam, what you need is already here. Let's bring your garden back to life." And that's where her healing began. Plant number 1, turmeric, the golden healer. Beneath the soil, turmeric is a root that glows with orange fire. For centuries, it has been used as a natural anti-inflammatory. Its secret weapon is curcumin, a compound known to ease pain, reduce swelling, and calm chronic conditions. We planted turmeric rhizomes in a shady corner of her garden. Every morning, she grated a small piece into warm water with a pinch of black pepper, which boosts absorption. The result? Within weeks, her stiff joints began to ease, and her mornings no longer started with pain. Plant number 2, ginger, the fiery comforter. Ginger, knotted and fragrant, became her digestive savior. For years, bloating and indigestion ruled her meals. But once she began drinking ginger tea daily, everything changed. Ginger is rich in compounds called gingerols, which soothe the stomach, stimulate digestion, and fight nausea. We grew ginger in pots, and she harvested fresh slices for tea after every meal. Slowly, the cramps, the bloat, and the endless discomfort faded. Plant number 3, moringa, the miracle tree. In one corner, we planted moringa, known as the tree of life. Its leaves are among the most nutrient-dense foods on Earth, packed with vitamins A, C, E, calcium, iron, and protein. Miriam began drying the leaves and sprinkling the powder over her meals. Within weeks, her fatigue lifted. Her energy, once drained, returned like a spark. Science explains why. Moringa reduces oxidative stress, balances blood sugar, and strengthens the immune system. For her, it was nothing short of life-changing. Plant number 4, aloe vera, the soothing balm. In another spot, we grew aloe vera, spiky, resilient, and bursting with gel that cools and heals. Every few days, Miriam scooped a teaspoon of fresh gel, blending it with honey. Aloe vera soothed her digestive tract, healing her gut lining. For someone who had suffered years of stomach pain, the relief was almost miraculous. Plant number 5, leafy greens and healing herbs. Finally, we filled her beds with spinach, kale, dandelion greens, and basil. These leafy greens were not just food, they were medicine. Rich in magnesium, iron, and chlorophyll, they detoxified her system, replenished her cells, and gave her the strength she thought she had lost forever. Every harvest became a step toward renewal. Why plants succeeded where medicine failed. Miriam's transformation wasn't a mystery, it was science in action. Inflammation control, turmeric, ginger, and moringa directly target chronic inflammation. Gut healing, aloe vera and ginger support healthy gut bacteria and calm digestive distress. Nutrient density. Fresh greens and herbs provide vitamins and minerals missing from processed foods. Mind-body connection. Gardening itself reduces stress, lifts mood, and boosts immunity. Instead of suppressing symptoms, plants worked with her body to restore balance. The transformation. 3 months later, Miriam was unrecognizable. The woman once bound by fatigue now radiated energy. The pain in her joints was a faint memory. She walked tall, smiled wide, and even began teaching neighbors how to grow their own healing gardens. Her words one afternoon still echo in my ears. "You have no idea what you've done for me. I feel alive again." The shocking lesson. The real shock wasn't in the speed of her healing, it was in its simplicity. For years, Miriam had searched for answers in hospitals, pharmacies, and expensive supplements. Yet the true solution had been waiting in her backyard all along. Her story is proof that sometimes the difference between sickness and health, between fatigue and vitality, between suffering and joy, is one seed, one root, one plant away. How you can start your own healing garden. You don't need acres of land to begin. Whether you have a backyard or a balcony, here's how you can follow Miriam's path. Start small. Choose 3 to 5 healing plants: turmeric, ginger, aloe vera, moringa, spinach. Use containers if needed. Pots and planters work just as well for small spaces. Harvest and eat daily. Healing comes from consistent use, not occasional bites. Combine plants for greater power. A turmeric ginger tea, aloe moringa smoothie, or spinach salad amplifies benefits. Embrace gardening as therapy. Planting, watering, and harvesting is as healing for the mind as the plants are for the body. Final words. Miriam's journey shocked her, her family, and our community. Years of suffering were undone by months of simple gardening. Her story is a reminder. Nature is not just beautiful, it is medicine. So the next time you look at your garden, ask yourself, what healing lies waiting here? Because sometimes the cure you've been searching for isn't across town or across the world. It's right there, in the soil beneath your feet.